Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to understand how to add Stripe customers in Keap as contacts automatically. So are you also using Stripe for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So whether I'm doing the same, I'm running a edutech company and I'm selling my courses online with the help of my Stripe account. And now I want that as soon as a new payment is received in my Stripe account, that is as soon as a new course is sold on my Stripe account, automatically with the help of same details, a contact should be created in my Keap account too. So I'm going to do this because I want to improve my student support. So to do this, I'm going to create a connection between my Stripe and my Keap account. We are going to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language with the help of an amazing automation software which is Pabbly Connect. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video we are going to understand how to add Stripe customers in Keap as contacts automatically. So as you know that I'm running a edutech company and we use Stripe to handle the payments of our online courses, and also we are using Keap to manage our customer relationships. So now I want that as soon as a new payment is made in my Stripe account, which is as soon as a new course is purchased in my Stripe account, automatically a contact should be created with the help of same details in my Keap account too, like this. So I'm going to do all of this with this amazing automation software which is Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to do all of this because it helps me to follow up with the students better. I can personalize better marketing and improve the student support. Automating all of this can save me a lot of amount of time and reduce the errors, and also keeps our students database up to date, making our operations more efficient. So to do all of this, I've opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we are going to open the landing page of Pabbly, you are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I am an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect's account. And now it is opening my dashboard, and to start with the automation we are going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to add Stripe customers in Keap as contacts automatically. And then we are going to click on create, and now it is opening the most important window of our automation, that is our workflow window. This is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So now I'm going to select my trigger application which is Stripe because I want that as soon as a new course is purchased in my Stripe account, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for it and then we are going to select it. And now for the trigger event we are going to select it as new charge. And now it is giving me a webhook URL. So we are going to use this webhook URL in order to create a connection between our Stripe account and our Pabbly's workflow. So I'm going to first copy this webhook URL and then we are going to read the help text, and it is saying sign in to your Stripe account, navigate to the developers page. Once you reach the developers page, go on the webhook sections and click on add endpoint. Copy the webhook URL provided and paste it in the endpoint URL, and over here we are going to follow all these steps. So I'm going to open my Stripe account, and over here you can see developers, so we are going to go on this. And now you can see webhooks, so we are going to go on webhooks right over here. And now we are going to click on add endpoint. And now it is asking me for the endpoint URL. So we are going to paste the URL we copied from our workflow. And now it is asking me for the description. So as you can see that it is not the required field. So I'm going to leave it as blank. And now it is saying listen to. So I'm going to keep it as events on your account. And now it is asking me for the version. So I'm going to select the latest API version. And now it is saying select events to listen to. And also you can see in the help text, and it is saying select the event, choose charge succeeded. So we are going to select the event as charge succeeded. So I'm going to search for it right over here. I'm going to search for charge succeeded, and as you can see the same, so we are going to select it and then we are going to click on add events, and then we are going to click on add endpoint. And as soon as we are going to click on add endpoint, you can see that we have successfully added our webhook right over here. You can see it is saying waiting for event. So I'm going to open my workflow, and now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission. And in order to do the test submission, I'm going to open my Stripe again, and then from here we are going to go on left sidebar and then payment links. And over here you can see all the courses that I'm selling. So I'm going to select one from this only, which is automation and AI course. So I'm going to open this, and now you can see the URL. So I'm going to copy this payment URL, and then we are going to paste it in a new tab. I'm going to open this URL, and then we are going to do a test submission. So for the email, I'm going to keep it as demo@pabblytunes.com. For the phone number, we are going to keep it as this. And now for the shipping address, I want the full name to be demo user, address to be new street. Over here you can see the city, the state, and the pin code. And now I'm going to enter the card information right over here, and then we are going to click on pay. And yes, you can see thank you for shopping. So this means that we have successfully completed our test submission. And now this means that Stripe has sent the details of our submission to our workflow. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response of our submission or not. So I'm going to open my workflow, and yes, you can see response A, and over here you can see all the details that we entered. I'm going to show you over here. You can see the name, over here you can see the address, the city, the country, over here you can see the state, and also the postal code. We are going to move on forward. Over here you can see all the details. So yes, with this our trigger step is successful, and we are moving on to our action step. So for our action application, we are going to select Keap right over here. So I'm going to search for it, and then we are going to select it, because I also want to create a contact as soon as a new customer is created in my Stripe account. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as create or update a contact, and then we are going to click on create. And now you can see that it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Keap account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection and then connect with Keap. And now it is asking me for some permissions. So I'm going to click on allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow, Pabbly is safe. And as soon as we are going to click on allow, you can see that we have successfully connected our Keap account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the email ID. So we are going to map the email ID right over here. So mapping is a method by Pabbly, which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step, where we selected Stripe as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new charge received in my Stripe account. So I'm going to give you an example that over here in front of email, if I'm going to enter demo@pabblytunes.com manually, suppose like this, then this will not change with every new charge received in my Stripe, because this is a static information and I've entered it manually. But if I'm going to map it from the previous response, I'm going to search for email right over here. And if I'm going to map this from the previous response, it will definitely change, because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here. And now it is asking me for the email opted in. So I'm going to keep it as no only. It is asking me for the lead source ID. So as you can see that this is not the required field. So I'm going to leave it as blank. And now it is saying how to check for duplicates. So I'm going to keep it as email only. Now it is asking me for the opt-in reason. So I'm going to leave it as blank. And now it is asking me for the first name and last name. So we are going to map this again. So I'm going to search for name, and as you can see that we have demo user as a full name. We don't have first name and last name separately. So to separate this, we are going to add another action step right between our Stripe and our Keap. So I'm going to add another action step right over here. For the action application, we are going to select text formatter by Pabbly. It is a feature by Pabbly which helps you to format the text. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as split text, because I want to split the full name in the first name and last name. And now we are going to click on connect, and again it is saying text to split. So we are going to map the full name right over here. So I'm going to search for it, and as you can see the same, so we are going to map it. And now it is asking me for the separator, and in the help text it is saying enter the characters of word separator to split the text. For space as separator, use this. So I'm going to use this because I want to use space as my separator. So I'm going to enter right over here, and now it is saying segment index. So for it, we are going to select it as all, and then we are going to click on save and send test request. And now you can see that we have received demo user separately right over here. So I'm going to map this same in my Keap action step. So for the first name, from the result of my text formatter by Pabbly, I'm going to map demo, and we are going to do same for the last name also. And now you can see that it is asking me for the job title. So as you can see that this is not the required field, so I'm going to leave it as blank. And now it is asking me for the company ID. So I'm going to keep it as Pabbly right over here. So I'm going to select it, and now it is asking me for many details. So as you can see, all of these details are not not the required details. So I'm going to leave all of these blanks, and then we are going to move on forward and click on save and send test request. If you wish, you can definitely fill those details, and yes, you can see that we have successfully created a new contact in our Keap account. So I'm going to open my Keap and check for the new contact. So I'm going to open it, and from here we are going to go on contacts and then companies. We are going to select our company, which is Pabbly. And over here, we are going to look for the contact. And yes, you can see demo user, demo@pabblytunes.com. Over here, you can see the contact we created right now. So yes, with this, our workflow is successful. But I'll just test this workflow once. And this time, I'm going to give you a real-time example. So to do this, I'm going to open my payment link. We're going to do another payment. So I'm going to open this again in a new tab. We are going to do another test submission so that we can check our workflow is running in real time or not. So this time for the email, I'm going to keep it as testuser@pabblytunes.com. For the phone number, we are going to keep it as this. And then for the full name, we are going to keep it as test user. Address as Old Street. For the city, Indore. State as Madhya Pradesh only. And this is the PIN code. Again, we are going to enter the card information right over here. And we are going to click on pay. We are going to wait for a few seconds. And yes, you can see thank you for shopping. So this means that we have successfully completed our test submission again. And now this means that Stripe has sent the details of our submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further created a new contact in our Keap account. So I'm going to open my Keap and check that if a new contact has been created there or not. And this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I'll directly open my Keap right over here. And from here we are going to refresh this page. And now you can see a new contact, testuser@pabblytunes.com has been created in my Keap account. So yes, with this our workflow is successful, and I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. For a trigger application, we selected Stripe. For the trigger event, we selected new charge. For the action application, we selected text formatter by Pabbly, and then for the action event, we selected split text because I wanted to split the full name into first name and last name. Again, for the action application, we selected Keap, and then for the action event, we selected create or update a contact because I wanted that as soon as someone purchases my online course with the help of the Stripe account, automatically a contact should be created in my Keap account too with the same details. So yes, we are going to do this because it will help us follow up with the students better, personalize marketing, and improve the student support. So yes, we were also successful with our workflow. Over here you can see the two contacts I created during this video, which was test user and demo user. So if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.